Hi everyone. So I have a big announcement. I also have something in my teeth. I just had a bagel, one of those everything bagels, and now I think I have a sesame seed in my teeth. I want to make sure I'm live in all the places because I have about 10 minutes that I am going to be sharing some things with everyone that relate to the going off the grid while I'm in the middle of a launch. Who does that, right? But I do. If you didn't notice earlier today, I put Camp Heart Cell, the announcement of Camp Heart Cell out there. One second, let me just make sure I'm live before I. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself, which I am talking to myself, but I would love if you are on LinkedIn right now or if you are on Facebook right now to come in and chat with me. I have my um, I have my chat open, so if you are live, you can come in. But have you ever been in a place where you know you have to go off the grid, but you don't want to go off the grid because you're so used to being on the grid? Like, so the grid for me is being on the grid for me is like having access to social media. And I have to have access to social media because it's where I connect with clients, it's where I connect with prospects, it's where I connect is on social media. So I don't really use social media that much for anything but business. And then, I'll post here and there, but um if you saw earlier, I am relaunching this week Camp Heart Cell, and I would love to invite women that are pondering around saying, I think I might need Dora. I'm not really sure if I need Dora. This is the week to spend that time and find out whether or not you're wanting to come in to a group to learn the following things. So, I made a list of like all the things that we do inside Camp Heart Cell. And honestly, it's the same things that I do with my private one-on-one clients that are paying me over $30,000 a year. It's the same things that we do inside Camp Heart Cell. It's the same thing that I do every day. And I get asked all the time, Dora, how did you do it? Like, how did you make $100,000 within the first 6 months that you were in business? And of course, yes, it has a lot to do with the fact that I ran businesses and I knew how to build businesses, right? So I understood the roadmap. But even more importantly, are the things that I share inside Camp Heart Cell, which are I really teach you how to put strategy around relationship building. And I'm telling you, it is the secret sauce. It is the secret sauce that people don't realize. Um, I love a good brand photo shoot. I love a good design, a good website. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I have to say that when I was first starting out, when someone told me I needed to build out my brand, yes, my brand was really important. But what was even more important than my brand was that I knew who my audience was. Not so much that they knew who I was yet, but that I knew who my audience was. And so, one of the things that we really, really deep dive into inside Camp Heart Cell is who is your audience? Because the thing about branding is going to evolve. Your brand is going to change. Your brand is going to up level. The brand that I had 5 years ago is not the brand that I have today. So if we spend so much time trying to figure out our brand and our message and our look and our logo, and we don't spend time figuring out who our actual audience is and how we're going to reach them, our brand's going to lay flat. Our brand is going to lay flat. So there's definitely a need for you to have a brand. I'm not anti-brand, but when people ask me, Dora, how did you make $100,000 in the first 6 months that you were in business? It was because I really knew who my audience was, and I knew how to build relationships with my ideal clients, with my partners, and what ecosystem I was going to have authority in. I really believe that it's also easier to sell the offer, the package, the business that you're absolutely in love with. So inside Camp Heart Sale, we talk about, what are you actually selling that you're really, really in love with? Because it doesn't matter if it's high ticket, low ticket, mid ticket, whatever ticket it is, it doesn't matter. If you're really in love with it and you know that you're the expert and you know who your audience is, then the only job that you have is to go and find them. And I teach you how to do that. There's this really simple formula that I have used for literally 20 plus years. And this formula is understanding your quality audience and reaching out to them enough times to get the result of actually having a meeting with them. So I share all of this to say, Camp Heart Sale is the place to be for an entire year, that you get to spend a whole year really nurturing who your audience is, understanding the difference between sales and marketing, what to prioritize weekly so you can hit revenue goals, knowing what your revenue goals are. And we get to hang out weekly, monthly, and inside Voxer. The deal is it's $444 a month, and then it's going up on Monday to $777 a month. There's about 13 women in the group now, and they're so amazing. I tagged them all on Facebook. So if you have questions of how it's going in there, if you don't want to ask me, go and ask them. Feel free to message me throughout the week, but I am being pulled off grid this week. I'm not going to be online much. You can always message me and I'll check my messages, but I'm not going to be, it's launch week and I'm not going to be online. Go figure. Would love to have you inside Camp Heart Sale. Come to me with questions, and everyone have a beautiful, blessed day.